Don't challenge him. Don't challenge him. If you know a fade ball is coming, go catch it. If you know a fade ball is coming, you think he can out-jump you, jump right into his hands. But think more low hip. Stay inside! Stay inside! So if I'm sitting right here and he starts to come up, a little less emphasis on the reroute, a little bit more buzz and matchup thoughts right there, all right? So if he goes to the flat, go ahead and roll. If he crosses your face, go get the slant of one.
Wow. After watching that, he got me ready to go out there and try to lace him up and try to play some football, man. Try to run through a wall for this dude. You talking about energy. You talking about smarts. You talking about IQ. The Kris Richard, I've been saying Richard this whole time. The Kris Richard hiring is amazing. Flat out amazing. You saw what he did with so many players in Seattle. Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, even Byron Maxwell was a good player. And in this video, I'm going to break down how he will make this young Cowboys secondary elite. But first, before I do any of that, I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I got to give a special shout out to a couple people who donated to the upgrading of this channel. EB Estevan, he's an Eagles fan and he donated. Jonas Jensen and Joel Resser. Thank you guys so much, man. It means the world to me, helping this channel grow. Now, let's get into some things that Kris Richard will do to make the Cowboys secondary elite. Now, many of you are asking, what will Kris Richard do to quote-unquote make this secondary elite? How will he make this team play well? Well, if you think about what Rod Marinelli has run for the last last 3 years, it's been the Tampa 2 defense, and it's a great defense. That's our base, and we do different things. We get in the nickel, but that's our base defense. That's the scheme that we run the most. Well, the thing that made the Seattle Seahawks, the LOB, the Legion of Boom, so successful was the cover 3. Now, many of you all may know and understand certain concepts of the cover 3, but I've been working on this video for a long time, and I've been doing a deep dive on some of the concepts that Kris Richard used in Seattle to make the cover 3 defense successful. And here's a kind of a overlying understanding of what the cover 3 is, and here's a graphic to kind of show you guys what it is. It's basically 3 deep, 4 under. The importance of it is you have to have zone integrity. You have to have a strong safety who understands zones and understands how to come up in the box and make tackles. The strength of this defense is if you have a solid D line that understands gap integrity, it can protect your back 7, and your back 7 can kind of play games with the defense. The weakness is if you have a good quarterback, he'll find the zones. But just like in a cover 2, he'll find the zones anywhere. But it allows your defense to do more. It gives your corners and your safeties, like it allows them to play more games, if that makes sense. And you can disguise certain things as a look pre-snap, and then you can do certain things post-snap. So this defense can be ran as your base personnel, and it is very balanced against the run and the pass. So basically, long story short, it's a very balanced defense. It can stop the run, it can stop the pass if it's run correctly. And you're not always going to run. Right here, I just have like a basic cover 3 cloud up. You're going to do things that I'm going to get to next, which is called like a cover 3 buzz. That's one example. It basically allows the defense to blitz, to come up to play run support, and to do different things like that within the cover 3 alignment. So if you think about our personnel, because you need personnel, you need a middle linebacker that can cover, and you need personnel who, number 1, can play it, and number 2, understands it. Xavier Woods, Jordan Lewis, Chidobe Awuzie. So Xavier Woods, he can tackle very well. He's very rangy. He can play the slot, and he plays the free very well. Jordan Lewis, he's just a very smooth player. He's sticky in coverage. You can't get away from him. He's very clean as a cover corner. And obviously, Chidobe Awuzie, he's very aggressive. The ball, when it's in the air, he thinks it's his, flat out. And he's a great tackler. That's the one thing about all 3 of these players that I'm highlighting today. They are great tacklers. Now, if you can do this for a second, imagine X Woods being Earl Thomas, Chidobe being Richard Sherman, and Jordan Lewis being Byron Maxwell. And if you want to flip them, whatever, but that's kind of what be their alignment in this defense. So let's get to the cover 3 buzz. So a cover 3 buzz, as you can see right here, pre-snap, up at the top, both corners and press man. So in a cover 3, you can make it look like whatever you want it to look like, but it's really the alignment and the assignment of what they're doing and what a quarterback has to figure out. You see the linebackers are going to curl to the slot, and then the safety is up down in the box. He can play back with the free safety, but if he goes down in the box, then what's going to happen is the weak side linebacker is going to have to go to where his zone would be. So it's going to be 4 across, 3 back. You got to keep that integrity. Now, if you're running a buzz, the buzz defender is going to have to, well, let's run the next slide and I'll show you guys what the buzz defender has to do. Post snap, the buzz defender has to drive on the check down. This linebacker has to watch the flats. This high corner has to watch the curls. And then this other corner right here, Richard Sherman, as you can see, has to frontal the curls to the inside. And then obviously your free safety has deep halves. So that's just one example of a cover 3 variation. But this is a huge defense, because you saw like in the San Diego game, the defense was so vanilla. It was all cover 2, and basically Phillip Rivers, he chewed us up. You need to be able to do different things within your scheme, and you need to be able to do different things within your defense. With this young secondary, with Cheeto, with X Woods, with Jordan Lewis, guys who can cover, and even Anthony Brown, guys who can cover, who can move very well, who understand alignments and who understand assignments. With a guy like Kris Richard, who brings great energy, but also is a great teacher and will teach IQ, he will make this cornerback group and make this secondary elite. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Make sure you guys hit the link in the subscription box. Make sure you guys please continue to support the channel. Please donate if you can to the building of the channel. I want to get new lights. I want to get a new camera. I want to do a bunch of new things with this channel. It's your boy Fus the King. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. Mock draft 2.0 coming up, 3.0 coming up, 2 rounds, and more draft breakdowns and more work with Joe Rod. It's your boy Fus the King. Peace.